AFTV Mo, decent, friendly. You know, a lot of the youngsters got a chance to really have a run out, and then they brought in a few of the big names at the end as well for the fans that were here.
Exactly.
And a great turnout by the fans in Denver.
Yeah, I especially enjoyed Lauren Koscielny's performance. I thought it was really good. And I'm going to start on that.
I saw you, and I know that you're a guy. You can be quite measured with the stuff you do, but you went in on him on Twitter. I mean. Because, and deservedly so.
Do you know what it is, Robbie, right? Even a lot of people have said they're trying to excuse his actions. A lot of people have said that the club have seemed to have reneged on a deal with him. They've made a kind of gentleman's commitment. Even if that is the case, Lauren Koscielny, when he refuses to play, what he's doing, he's sticking a middle finger up at management, but also at the fans, man. And that's what I find unacceptable. You should never let the fans be the victim of your little hissy fit. And that's what really annoys me. 100%. Do it in a mature, responsible way. If you want to come out and make a statement about why you're disappointed with the club, do all of that. But don't ever refuse to play for the club. You know, because the fans are coming out. There'll be people here.
He's the captain.
He's the captain. And that's, you know, people often talk about, oh, this is embarrassing for the club, that's embarrassing for the club. People ban that term around a lot. They've said it about you and I. They've said it about loads of things. This is truly embarrassing for a club with the stature of the stature of Arsenal Football Club when your own captain refuses to put the shirt on and play. So, you know,
at this stage of the season as well, we're just entering a pre-season. There's all the controversy about the lack of signings and that, and then he just refuses to come on tour.
Man. And when you think about it, you know, from a higher level as well, you think like, look, put yourself in Saliba's shoes. You know, you're being spoken to about joining Arsenal, and then the captain, a French centre half, a legend who's you know in your country, is refusing to play. You must be thinking, boy, this is a weird club. Like, what's going on there? You know, I'd rather go somewhere where there's a bit more respect. Also, you think about the fact that there's players like Zech Medley playing central defence today, Dom Thompson on the left wing, and I think, who do I want them to be playing with to guide them in their first kind of game in a big environment like this? You'd think, the club captain Lauren Koscielny just telling them, you're doing all right, keep that up, just talking them through the game, making sure they do well, and he's not doing that. And I think it's a massive failing of his duties as club captain. So that's why I didn't want to let that slide. I wanted to raise that. And for me now, the club should absolutely throw the book at him. Absolutely throw the book at the guy.
Do you let him play at Arsenal again?
No, absolutely not. But I would not let him leave on a free. And the other thing that I don't get, a lot of fans are saying, but let him go. He's given us such good service. It doesn't work like that. This is a business. Any business. Like, look, you've got a business. This microphone, you wouldn't just chuck it in the bin. You wouldn't just give it away. It's an asset. It's got a value. Yeah. Make sure you get the value of that asset. Lauren Koscielny, if we were to sell him, we will generate an extra 10 or 15% of our entire reported transfer budget. So that's significant for us. We can't be affording to let that go. As far as I'm concerned, if he wants to leave, the buying club needs to pay the money. And the actual dynamic that's at play here is that if the buying club, let's say Marseille, don't need to pay the money, it means that Koscielny gets a better contract. If they have to pay the money, he gets a worse contract. So in effect, what he's asking Arsenal to do is forego some money so he can get more money. That's not the way it operates, Lauren Koscielny. And you should know that as an experienced player. Also as a player who we stuck by when he was injured and showed him loyalty. And I'm not saying he didn't repay that loyalty, he did. But it's a cycle that needs to continue. You can't just one day decide, that's it, I'm done showing loyalty. You need to honour your contract and stay professional. So I'm hugely disappointed. But the one thing I would say, we're a decent fan base. And if Lauren Koscielny paid for his own flipping flight tomorrow, sat on an airline, came out here and said, do you know what, I'm sorry, I was an idiot, my advisors were idiots, I was an idiot, and I'm here to play for the club, and I apologise to everyone and all the fans. Do you know what, I'd say fair enough, and I'd applaud him, and I'd say that's it, forgotten. We all do stupid things, but that's what he needs to do now. So the onus of Lauren Koscielny, if he's got too much pride, then so be it, and if he carries on in this stupid thing that he's doing, let him rot for a year. Let him not play one competitive fixture for a year, and then see who wants to sign him and make him a first team player at their club.
Would you be so forgiving of the owner, of the owner of both clubs tonight, Colorado Rapids and Arsenal? Would you forgive him all that's gone on in the past if you saw him spend some big money this summer?
But do you know what, Robbie? Like, the thing is, my issue with Stan Kroenke is not even the fact that he doesn't put money into the club. If Arsenal were to run a self-sustaining model and do it showing ambition, show innovation and really good commercial nous in terms of generating revenue, and really show that we are doing everything we can to try and compete, That's enough for me. I don't expect him to put his own money in. And I don't believe the rumours that, he's taking money out of Arsenal to buy a ranch. All of that stuff is nonsense as far as I'm concerned. My issue with him is a lack of ambition. So whether he puts money in, that would be great, but that's not my expectation of an owner, in all honesty. And if you look at how much money we have spent a decent amount of money in recent years. It's just that maybe you haven't invested it very wisely.
We spent 50 million quid last year.
Yeah, last year. But
We
Robbie,
didn't spend no money in January, and now we're being told he's up 45 million to spend. And
Yeah, but
does there not come a time sometimes that you have to say as the owner that, you know what, we need a bit of help here now?
yeah, that's my issue.
So you, like you said about with businesses, sometimes, your business is struggling. I don't know, you're a painter and decorator, you need a new van, you've got to go out and buy one.
But that's
You can't just persist with the old thing and make it break down.
But Robbie, listen, my answer to your initial question, would I forgive everything that's happened before if he invested a bit of money? No, because he's not right to be the owner of Arsenal Football Club. He knows nothing about Arsenal. He knows nothing about football. No. He actually said,
doesn't care.
I didn't buy this club to win trophies. He's got zero ambition. That is my problem with him. He's not fit to be an owner of this club. It really, really hurts me, right, that we're thousands of miles away from N5 right now, and a club with the tradition, the history, the greatness of Arsenal is owned by one man sitting in Denver. That should never have happened. And it's a failing of everyone that has ever had an Arsenal share, other than those who were forced to sell, that we have allowed it to come to this. The people should have, the Hill Woods, whoever it should have been, should have made Arsenal an absolute kind of like certainty not to be owned by one person. For me, what worries me is what's his exit strategy. As far as I'm concerned now, he could turn around and call Arsenal the Cannon Gunners or some stupid name like that. He could turn the kits into pink kits or whatever he wants. He owns the club fully. No one man should have all that power, okay, as far as I'm concerned. And that's what really hurts me. But look, he needs to show some more ambition.
Because you could argue the Liverpool guys are from America, and you won't find a Liverpool fan complaining about their owners.
Yeah, but Robbie,
right?
The
Tottenham, they're owned by an American as well. So it's
Robbie, as a point of principle, I don't care about these other clubs. Arsenal should not be at the mercy of one man, no matter who it is. Honestly, all it takes is for one thing to happen to him. Who knows who's in control next? If he's got some financial issues, I don't know who will take Arsenal if his assets have to be sold. It's just too much of a risk, as far as I'm concerned, for Arsenal to be owned by one man. I really don't like that.
And new season coming up. What do you think we can do?
Well, what reason do we have to be any more positive than a 6th place finish or a 5th place finish?
For you, unless we make some signings for you, it'll be more of the same.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the case. Why are the people the teams that finished above us last year? Why are they going to be any weaker? You could say Chelsea because of Hazard and a transfer ban. That might be, but ultimately then, there's no guarantee that we're going to be better than them. I just kind of feel like I'm still yet to see the ambition. But what I would say with a bit of balance is that it's the first transfer window where we've got this new operating structure at the club. I'm sure that they're going to be very eager to prove that they can, get it right. And I just think we have to be a little bit more patient. I think if this was last year, I probably wouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to give Raul and Vinay a little bit more time to get it right, and hopefully they will do the business. I actually still believe that we will sign the players that we need to sign. I don't know why, maybe it's blind faith, but I still think we'll do it. I think we'll get people like Tony and Zaha over the line.
It's the altitude, I heard about.
Maybe, man, maybe. But one other thing as well, a lot of the lads did very well today. I thought Zach Medley did well in the middle. I thought Dom Thompson, he got an assist, he did very well. Saka as well, happy with him. Robbie Burton as well. And also Martinelli got the goal as well. He was good. Carl Jenkinson, the guy's non-stop. We talk about him with a bit of humour or whatever, but he does the job when he comes on the pitch. You know what I mean? He was absolutely non-stop. The altitude didn't get to him. So yeah, it was good. And finally, I just want to say the We Care Do You initiative that's come out as well. Look, a lot of people I've seen that have said that they didn't reach out to certain people. They obviously reached out to many people of influence or whatever in the Arsenal world, and they didn't reach out to some. That might hurt some people's pride, but not me. I'm fully behind them. Credit to what you've done. I really, really hope that it's the start of something rather than the end of something, because something needed to be done to unite everyone and for something for people to get behind. So well done for that. I really think it's a good move, and look, fingers crossed that the club will take notice.